Now, if I'm not mistaken, with this set coming up, I believe this is a nice, cheeky run back from Den of Dragons. I believe this is a run back from Den of Dragons, and I believe Bulby was the one to take it. I could be mistaken.
Bulby's crazy, man. I think we've had such a rise of like this new era of all these different like top players like Loogie and Bloom, and obviously like those are great players in their own right, and they've done amazing things. But then there's players like Bulby who people, I don't know, the young kids need to know about Bulby, man.
They do.
You need to put some respect on my man's name.
Yeah, sit down,
Bulby,
date and title. We're doing a lesson on Bulby today.
All right. It's like Smash history class. It's like, because he's still doing it. He's not just a relic of the past who was once good. He's still cooking now.
He's still there. He's still going.
But
so,
yeah, what was the? Do you recall what the game count was? Was it like a game? Was it a wash?
My head.
We will see if it's going to be a wash or if it's going to be a nail
I think it might have even been like a best of 3. I think it was fairly early in bracket because Den of Dragons was strangely stacked.
Yeah, it was the Welsh tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think on paper this is quite a favourable matchup for Game & Watch.
Yes.
I think this is a decent draw for Bulby at this stage of the tournament.
In the same vein, though, the way that Streaks... Why do I keep saying Streaks? Skaws. The way that Skaws...
He shoots.
I can't... After that Fox gameplay, I just...
I got Streaks on my mind every day.
Rent free.
I feel you.
The way that Skaws plays is... The advantage stay not necessarily based off the projectiles, but those like 40-50% strings that he can get from, you know, like starting from a dash attack at 0.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe Skaws is a little bit more well equipped than, say, your average Toon Link.
Oh yeah, in terms of like, I would wager that if I think Toon Link probably does lose this matchup on paper, but I would think that Skaws is aware of that and will change his gameplay to try and adapt to that. Because the thing is, look, we've just seen Game & Watch has the Reflector, he has the out of shield game, which means you just can't dash attack his shield for free. We're seeing already not that many projectiles from Skaws. I always love it if, like, it's the first moment of the game you've had a projectile reflected. Consciously or subconsciously, you're like, yeah, I'm not going to throw as many projectiles.
Yeah, that's it now. Half my toolkit is gone. It's fine. Don't worry. You got it. Oh my goodness. Just dropping shield a little bit, just a teeny bit too early there. And eating an up smash for it. Skaws already at 83%. How did that happen?
Yeah, it feels like Bulby, he's just not letting Skaws get anything started and just getting a few stray hits of his own. Skaws is dead.
I must admit, one thing that I'm already enjoying, if you looked at the play cam just there, is that it feels like a weight's been lifted off Skaws' shoulders.
Yeah, he's done the hard part in a sense. Or he's done the bit that he came for, I would say.
Yeah, and the you've qualified, you've made it. So now it's like, okay, the set win would be lovely, but again, neither of these players have got anything to lose at this point.
Yeah, I think it's as you say, it's nice that it's a run back in his way. I think if you're a player like Skaws who's trying to ascend the ranks, you want as many like positive set records on your peers as possible. So I think that there'll be a lot of pride in this, not just for a spot in the next round.
Well, we are certainly seeing that Skaws is going to have to pull something incredible out of the bag here, as Bulby has just taken a massive lead and has just stretched almost out of sight here.
Yeah, Skaws is sort of like kind of doing the classic fighting game community nod. I'm sort of, yeah, I've just got hit by that. It's okay. I don't know if it is okay, Skaws. You're at 134 on your second stock. Bulby's barely taking a scratch. We knew it was going to be a tricky matchup for Skaws, but not looking great so far.
Yeah, some adaptations are definitely going to have to be made if Skaws has got any chance of making it into the top 3. Just throwing the bomb up, trying to catch that up B, but not quite managing to make it work just yet. And Skaws really, really needs something to come together here.
Yeah, he's getting a bit of nickel and dime percent when he's got Bulby on the ledge, and does catch him out of shield with that up B. It's deceptive sometimes. And again, you know, you were saying before with like when Streaks gets the down air before the up smash, and you just like, you know the inevitable is coming, and you're just stuck in that vortex. It reminds me of what the Toon Link up B. It's like, I'm dead, please end this animation. I know I'm dead, put me out of my misery, man.
It's almost just like a teeny bit more tilting as well, because it's like, we all know what's going to happen. Why do I need to wait a second to know?
It's like Toon Link screeching as you know you're meeting your demise, but
that one hit of the turtle just killing that turtle's vicious. My man's hungry.
Oh, right, Bulby, full stock lead, and as we know, Bulby Bulby is like the perfect combination. If you were to program the perfect Game & Watch player, he's got the patient neutral and then the crazy advantage state.
Really, really does. And again, we mentioned it earlier in a previous set with Skaws against Giggles, but that the disadvantage state of Toon Link is really not good. And just charged, buried, sent to the blast zone. Clinical.
Yeah, it's difficult to see what. Yeah, it's a tricky one that for Skaws because he wasn't in that game. He wasn't in that game. I think he got a few sort of little nickel and dime moments on the ledge where he would get like a few sort of stray forward tilts, but yeah, that was the Bulby show. And I think we've seen that. I think was it when Skaws played Giggles? Didn't that happen the first game there as well? And he brought it back.
He did.
So
he did.
The in-game adaptation, maybe we're not giving Skaws enough credit for because
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
I think particularly as well going from, I mean, let's be real, the last two the previous set and this set that Skaws has played, it's a really jarring change of pace. You've gone from like, I have drank 10 Red Bulls and I'm running at you, to like, you know what, I had a nice glass of water this morning.
It's time for some cheese and wine. It's time for some cheese and wine.
Yeah.
And we'll certainly get some cheese from Mr. Game & Watch sometimes, especially if we see that judge
there we go. Just Bulby throwing it out, just like, how's my luck feeling today? Oh, not quite it? Okay, let's carry on then. And again, we just see it nearly landing, but just having to take a couple more up airs. Did Skaws just then. And again, it's a little bit scary when that bucket not only is a reflector, but it absorbs. It absorbs.
Yeah, that bucket's crazy. It has been since the start of Ultimate because it's such a great reflector. It has that slight momentum store, I think, as well for Game & Watch. And if you can fill it up with the explosion, the released hit is absolutely ridiculous.
We can just see, again, Skaws just trying to play this very, very delicately.
Did you see that from Skaws? He did the running down to it and then chased Bulby.
I was going to say, yeah, knowing that the tech chase would come of it, just being like, yeah, you know what, right, you think you're getting away from me? You think you're getting away from me?
I think Skaws, I don't know, maybe it's just like people have like a certain perception of how certain characters play. I would think of Toon Link as the projectile spamming wall, but Skaws uses projectiles as a means to escalate his advantage.
Wow.
He shoots. He scores.
He does indeed. And again, we saw it in the set with Giggles where it looked really, really decisive in the game one. And then Skaws just taking a little moment between games, making those adaptations. But you can't really adapt when Game & Watch is off stage against you and you've got no choice but to face the music. Yeah,
we've seen a lot of people try and recover high against Bulby, and you saw with that back air why, because if you're not careful, he'll sneak it in. And it's deceptively strong, actually, the Game & Watch back air. He can kill you quite early off stage.
And again, we're just seeing this very, Skaws trying to get these very delicate hits and trying to get anything started. And it's really hard because right at the start of the set, I mentioned those sort of like 40, 50% strings that Toon Link can get, that Skaws is pretty proficient in, and we're really not seeing it. And honestly, with Game & Watch up B, it's pretty understandable why.
I think Skaws is struggling to get a little bit of sort of momentum and comfortability. Like, he missed, I think it was a bomb forward air confirm. I think when you've spent so long just kind of playing this sort of unorthodox way of how you usually want to play, because of a character like Game & Watch, you're maybe not always as sharp to your confirms, perhaps.
Yeah, and maybe, there we go.
Sharp enough there, though, man.
Real sharp, real sharp. And what a tech, my goodness. And just getting a teeny bit of damage there. Trying to go for that, that Toon Link's down air, sorry. Kills a 0. Very, very strong little spike.
And now Skaws has a lead, which, I don't know, Bulby was kind of running away with this game once again a little bit, but that reversal from Skaws was enough. Gets the bomb. Great recovery.
Makes it back. And we can see already Bulby just not letting anything go out of hand. Got that eject seat, got that up B, straight out of every situation. But in the same vein, Skaws with a lead, doesn't have to commit too hard. And that Zair from Toon Link at this point is so, so good. It's that perfect range just outside of Game & Watch's entire burst range.
Yeah, I was going to say he might have been able to use that rage to get a cheeky bomb forward air, but Game & Watch is so light that bomb forward air at the ledge is actually not far away now. It'll start killing.
Yeah, really well, particularly if he gets it right next to ledge here. We will see it happen, but again, just avoiding the crazy advantage state that Game & Watch has got just taking a second there, trying to maybe apply a little bit of pressure here.
He's holding center stage really well, I feel like. He's got a lot of good ledge traps on Bulby so far this set. And once again, Bulby finds himself stuck at the ledge. And again, but the aggressive dash attack.
Yeah, and just trying to chase the drift away, but thankfully Bulby being a little bit too far for anything to come of it. And yeah, once again, just sacrificing stage control, charging that down smash. It worked last time. I don't think it's going to work a second time. Skaws has definitely taken a mental note of that.
All right, Bulby playing a bit more passive, just trying to sort of circle camp a little bit. Trying to keep alive and just seeing if any opportunities come his way.
Oh, and the bomb just getting Skaws out of dodge, avoiding any kind of punish that Bulby could have gone for. And particularly at that percent, could have been quite bad. The forward tilt just sending off stage. We're not quite there yet, though.
Oh,
however,
he caught you hanging for a little bit too long. Just a little bit.
Skaws making me eat my words.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Skaws there because he kind of got a really important reversal situation. He was getting worked a little bit by Bulby again, but there was like a moment, I don't know if it was that great tech he got and then confirmed off of it. He got the lead and then just kind of ran with it. Not in like a sort of keep getting like crazy advantage state, but he would do a little bit of damage to Bulby at the ledge. They would reset, then Bulby would be at the ledge again. And he just kind of kept the lead for as long as possible until he was ready to finish it.
And it definitely felt like at certain points, particularly in that like those last 30 seconds where Bulby was like, you know, I can play like this as well, and really, really slowed the pace down. Really made Skaws work for that final conversion and that final hit there. But at the same time, Skaws is now on the board. We've seen it. We saw this last set, Mo. We saw this last time.
All it takes sometimes is one game from Skaws. Oh, my voice is good. Hang on.
Nope, that's all you need, that one game. And then you can just, you get all the data that you need to at least get a game or two on the board, and then it just rinses and repeats. Ooh, we're getting a little bit, combining Boomerang into Zaire there, but just like, once again, the Game & Watch ejector seat saying, you know what, that's enough. No, thank you.
All right, and as we said before, I don't know if it's just a Skaws thing, but a lot of back and forth openings to these games where I hit you, you hit me, we both take a silly amount of damage, and then
I feel like they're scrapping a lot more this game.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that works for Skaws in that situation, but yeah, Smashville is an interesting pick. Sort of a nice short stage, force strapping basically, you know. Because this would be a Bulby's counter pick, right? So
yes, it would. And I feel like maybe, you know, being able to get a little bit more bang for his buck off those Nair conversions, being able to go onto the Smashville platform, and maybe giving Skaws a little bit less room to run around, because we did see in that previous game a couple of situations where Bulby would get like,
oh my God,
just go for it, just go for it.
We've seen Skaws likes to counterpick to Hollow Bastion, and this is kind of a smaller version.
Wow.
But what is it with people picking stages and it working against them today, Joycey?
It really, really is, but thankfully it worked out for Skaws in that situation there. Just getting that cheeky conversion, Game & Watch dying so early.
Oh, catches the jump.
Yeah,
has to recover low.
Yeah, a little three-piece there.
Oh, yeah, classic bonfire.
Downer was inevitable. It was just a matter of timing.
This is it. Ledge trapping. Ledge trapping.
Just, Bulby can't get down.
Oh.
Bulby can't get down.
He can't get down, man. He can't get down.
And this is just really, really devastating. It's almost like, you know, again, that Skaws advantage state, just being able to keep you in the air for so long. A trait that we normally see from Game & Watch in particular.
Very
but
true,
this smaller stage just really, really paying off for Skaws here. Definitely not the intended effect that Bulby wanted.
I think, yeah, people talk about advantage state. For me, advantage state is not just about getting the combos, it's about keeping stage control sometimes as well. And Skaws has kept the center stage on lockdown this whole match. Bulby has not been able to get a foothold at all. We said it was the Bulby show for game one. It's looking like the Skaws show now.
I cannot emphasize Skaws' spacing.
Oh, do you see Bulby's face there?
His spacing. There was a point just before that F smash where Skaws just tiptoed away and then just got an up tilt as Bulby dropped shield. And then there as well, just that pixel perfect spacing
to
very get that forward smash.
I love walking into space as like a spacing tool. It just looks cool.
It's just like I know exactly. It's like because it's such a precise thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not just like, I'm going to dash away, and if you go for these 5 options, I'm fine. It was like, I'm spacing with this one option, and I'm going to be a pixel away from you. And it's just incredible. Both of these players are just incredible, honestly.
Yeah, I think we saw, we said it briefly before, Bulby in the player cam, when Skaws got that final hit to land, to win that game, he was like kind of, ooh, oh my, okay, you got me there. I'm impressed with Skaws, again, in this matchup in particular, working Bulby so hard. He's gone back to Smashville. We said it wasn't really working out great for him, but Bulby has faith in this pick. It makes sense on paper. In theory, Game & Watch should win the CQC game, and a smaller stage, you're going to be scrapping more.
For sure, but unfortunately, it is really working in the favor of Skaws at the moment, and just relying a little bit more on these projectiles, and again, just spacing side of that, and these bomb conversions as well. It doesn't matter if you can't get the 4-5 piece. Nearly had that. Very, very nearly had that. Great awareness from Bulby to just get the heck out of there before anything happened. It's so easy to panic. Wow. And the down smash, such a dirty angle.
That was crazy. I love that the down smash, even if it doesn't parry you.
And it's wild. So Bulby went for a judge, got the 9. Realize, I don't think you can get 2 numbers twice in a row.
No. So he went for the second number to make sure the 9 could come up.
Yeah, and then just got really horribly punished for it.
I love that he tunnel vision so much on, I need this 9 in the back pocket. As you say, he got punished for it.
And like lost stock as well. Like so ridiculous. So unfortunate, really.
It shows how much the Game & Watch, they love having access to that 9.
It's nice. It's just, you know, if anyone got me, I know 9
I know my Judge Hammer 9.
Judge got me.
All right, well, I did not expect when we started this set and saw that first game that we would be seeing Skaws 1 game away from taking this, but still pretty even right now. Skaws is still working his way back into the lead.
And once again, just this advantage state from Skaws, making it so hard. And we're seeing in that situation there that even though he got that really lovely waveland on, it wasn't the insane amount of percent that I feel like Bulby wants from this kind of stage. Like, Skaws is landing a bit too often with not as much damage as he really should be taking.
Both of these characters, when they're trying to land, they both retreat to ledge. And I think that's working actually quite well for their advantage state, because I think Skaws is ledge trapping Bulby better than vice versa.
Yes.
And on a stage like Smashville, which is so small, the chances are when you get hit, you're going to be hit off stage because the stage is so small. So in a way, I still think this is actually working in Skaws' favor this stage.
Yeah, and just a little bit early on the timing for that down air, that up B's going to kill every time.
One more stock.
One more stock.
Oh, good. Oh, Bulby might give it to him.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's so scary in that desperation situation. Just to go for the option that's definitely going to kill. But again, down there, particularly on Smashville, you're dead at any percent with a character as light as Game & Watch.
It's such a small flaw of the stage, so to speak. Oh, what the heck?
And not quite dying as well. And just can Skaws get down off the platform.
Small.
Just runs to the side using Toon's superior ground speed to just be like, you know what, I'm getting out of here. You cannot chase this. You can try, but it will not work.
All right, well, we're seeing, I think this has actually been, as much as we've been lauding how impressive Bulby has been in this set, I was going to say he's taken a long time to kill in a lot of situations. Skaws will be happy to have lived to like 170, that stock, but does finally finish it off. This Skaws got to take it now, I think. I think this is Skaws' to take.
I was going to say, but of course, you know, I don't want to be that commentator mode. Of course, we've seen Lady Luck show her face once.
He has access to the 9 for a reason.
He does have access to the 9 for a reason.
But he's not going to use it at all. Skaws moves on.
Yep, the only number he'll be seeing is 4 with his 4th place finish.
I love it.
Commiserations to Bulby. Obviously, huge congratulations for being one of the qualifiers here at New Era 3 for the circuit finale.
Yep.
If you lose here, you know, it's bittersweet, but it's definitely more sweet.
Yeah, I'm very pleased for Skaws. And you can see what it means, his friends embracing him at the end. You know Skaws is on the path. Bulby, he's been around, he's seen it all, he's been a top player in the UK for many a time. This is the Skaws come-up arc. And it's just so nice to see, like, another great win there for Skaws, beating Bulby. Something that not many people have managed to do. Streaks barely beat him winner's side, but great stuff. And yeah, Skaws top 3.